Hi guys, my name is Megan and today I've got some fall romances for you. Alright, so it is finally fall. We're into September. It's time for some fall romances. So let's go ahead and just dive right in. The first book I'm going to recommend is going to be 3 Meant to Be. This is a dark academia, magic, urban fantasy kind of situation, but it's all from the teacher's perspective. So it's following this teacher, Dorian, who has a vision of one of his students dying. And basically the whole story is him trying to prevent the student's death while also teaching and dealing with magical problems that come up. It's also dealing with Dorian's past relationship, and one of his partners has died and his other partner and him are both dealing with grief that they've had for a while and they both really haven't gotten over it. But also they're trying to find a way to come back together and see if there's still a spark there. So it's a really good read, especially if you're into like dark academia, urban fantasy, magic academies. This is definitely the one for you. Next up, I'm going to recommend Sunny Disposition. This is a really fun, like, going back to school kind of a romance. So this is following Naomi and Finn, who... Naomi is a gamer, so her and Finn kind of have this online relationship. Finn is one of Naomi's moderators on her like gaming channel, and they don't know each other in person, but they had set up a meet and then something goes wrong and that doesn't end up happening because Finn is a hockey player and he got into an accident that really rocked his world. Like, he's got some amnesia things going on. Fast forward 6 months or so and they're trying to rebuild their online relationship, but unbeknownst to both of them, they end up being roommates at the same house when they go back to college. Their first meeting does not go super great, but also they start kind of building this friendship, and once they realize they actually know each other online, they kind of start, maybe figuring out their feelings and stuff, and it's such a sweet romance too, and I really love this cover. It's so pretty. Next up, I'd like to recommend How Not to Date a Dragon. This is the second book in the, I forget what the series name is. Anyway, this is a really fun urban fantasy. So it's following a dragon. It's also following a hunter who is basically hunting our main character for his treasure hoard. And the hunter is non-binary, and it's a really fun romance because these two get handcuffed together. They can't be more than 3 feet apart from each other throughout most of the book, and they have to go on a side quest to get something for somebody to help them undo the magical spell that's keeping them locked together. But also they kind of maybe start flirting a little bit, and it's just really fun, especially if you love heist books or forced proximity is a favorite trope of yours. This is one that you will definitely love because it is very fall. It's raining, they're in the middle of a small town in the middle of fall, and it's just a whole lot of fun. The next book I'd like to recommend is going to be Bite Me. This is the first book in the Spooky Boys series by Faye Quinn. This is following Blair, who's kind of a hot mess, and he is on the run from a very bad home situation, and he is going back to his hometown where he has inherited his parents' house, and he's been living with his aunt and uncle, and it's not great. Anyway, but the thing about this town is that Blair doesn't remember that it's filled with supernatural creatures. And then Richard, our other main character, is a vampire, and he's basically the town fixer. He takes care of problems, and his newest task he's been assigned to is Blair, keeping track of what Blair is doing, because supposedly his parents did something bad or they were murdered, and there's a whole lot of stuff that goes down in this book. It's amazing, and it is a chunky book, and one that I would highly, highly recommend if you just really like vampires, you like urban fantasy, you like supernatural creatures just being out in the open, living their lives. And maybe a little bit of murder mystery. This is one to check out. And the last book I'd like to recommend is going to be The Rivals of Casper Road. This is the perfect Halloween romance. So this is following Zach, who is kind of neurodivergent, and the one thing that he loves more than his job is Halloween. He starts planning in January for his Halloween displays every year, and it is fantastic. It's basically a Halloween light fight because Zach gets a new neighbor, and this new neighbor is just what is going on? And they have this little prank war, And it's really sweet and fun and just like so much Halloween fun and goodness wrapped up into this book. And it's just perfect for fall. All right, so those are some of my favorite fall romances. Do you guys have a fall romance you'd like to recommend? Let me know down below. If you guys like this video, don't forget the like button. If you haven't already but would like to, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And if you'd like to follow me on social media for more bookish stuff, check out the links down below. Alrighty, bye guys.